What's good, y'all? So I just got done filming my last video, which is 6 skills that are great to have in order to navigate life. So in this video, I wanted to talk about 6 things that will make your life way more difficult than it probably needs to be. So let's get into it. The first one is avoiding exercise, movement, or being active. A lot of people hate running or they hate being active, getting outside, or even going to the gym. And it's great to find your niche within fitness, because one thing I know for certain is that if you're not getting up and moving every day, or if you're not getting up and moving regularly, that it's gonna bite you in the butt eventually way down the line. Living a sedentary life is not something that you should strive for, and it's not something that you should fall into. So again, avoiding exercise is the first thing that can make your life way more difficult. The second one is when you avoid discomfort and you love taking shortcuts. And this is one that gets people all the time because shortcuts are easy. And also, I want to caveat this by saying shortcuts can help you get to a goal a lot faster. And if you can get to a goal a lot faster within a reasonable amount of time without it detracting from the overall essence of what you're trying to do, then, taking a shortcut is viable. You should try to do it. Now, I think it's important to separate taking shortcuts from simply being more efficient. Being efficient is when you're able to look at a certain situation and strategize it in order to make your process a lot more simple, as opposed to some people who make things way more difficult for themselves. But that's a whole different topic. All right, number 3, when you engage in time-wasting tactics. Now, this can be anything from when you're just sitting around not doing anything all day, you're on your phone, to people who engage in social media arguments that ultimately get you absolutely nothing in life, to people who simply do things that don't have a positive ROI. There are so many different ways you can take this. Time wasting can be so versatile for many people because it takes different forms. Time wasting is something that I used to always do. I play video games all the time without putting in any work that could, help me grow personally or financially. I would browse social media all day. I'd be going through sports forums, watching talk shows, all these different things. And if you're already struggling in life, doing those things is not going to help you progress towards anything. It's only going to distract you from what you're supposed to be doing. So that's definitely something that I feel like each individual should improve on. Number 4 is when people blame others for their problems. I'm gonna do a video on this at some point if I haven't already. But blaming others for your problems will set you back so far in life that, it's crazy. Like, if you always blame others for things that happen to you in life, then you're never going to acknowledge the things you did wrong. You're simply going to attribute it to some outside force all the time. Oh man, all these things keep happening to me and I just don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened. It just happened to me. Like, now sure, there are things that happen to us that we can't control, but you can't just take that and apply it to everything. You have to take responsibility for the things that you've done wrong in your life, just like you take credit for things that go right. All right, number 5 is when you always look for instant gratification. Now, I do think this kind of ties into number 3, but instant gratification is more so when the people who will actually make a move towards accomplishing something, but the problem is they'll accomplish one step and they'll do something that's going to set them 2 steps backwards. It's great to reward yourself. It's great to acknowledge what you've done right, but you also have to put more skin in the game and also understand that every single thing that you do does not need to be celebrated. It should be acknowledged, yes, but it shouldn't be to the point where you're spending more time celebrating than you are actually accomplishing anything. Okay, and now we're gonna get on to our final one, number 6, which is getting involved with hard luck individuals. This is also what I'm gonna cover in another video, but hard luck is something I describe as people who simply have nothing ever going right for them. Now, I believe there's a difference between hard luck and bad luck. There are people who just have had tough circumstances. Some people just always go through different things that are negative. And those people should receive acknowledgement and they should have people understand what they're going through. Now, to me, having bad luck is different than having hard luck. A person who has hard luck is somebody who seems to always be involved in some negativity, always be involved in some mess. They're always dragging other people into it. It could be something as simple as people who seem to always be in the wrong place at the wrong time. They're always getting involved with the wrong people. you know, you can help them to a certain extent, but these people seem to love being in the mess that they've created, and they never acknowledge that they could be at the center of it. These are often the people that create the negative environments that they complain about. But yeah, guys, those are just my thoughts on 6 things that you can do to avoid living a more difficult life. These are things that I've worked on, some things that I've acknowledged, and maybe some things that I'm still kind of going through to a certain extent now. So I think it's great to acknowledge these things and just discuss them with other people and hopefully see where we all stand. I think it's great that we can create a community where we all kind of share our thoughts and observations and opinions about things. So yeah, so moving on from that, be sure to hit that like button and also share this with somebody else. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and subscribe for more. I'm out.